So this US oil analysis for Monday the 5th of March. Now, let's have a look what everyone prices and where prices may likely go. So previously we saw sell side momentum take us all the way down towards this level previously identified around 60.25. We've had a bounce up towards this 61.48, from which we did see sell side momentum come down towards our 60.25. And again, we did see bullish buy side momentum come into the market. So we came up in towards this 61.48. where we do have the added confluence of the 400 period moving average marked out here in black. The 400 period moving average, from which we did break to the upside. So we did break above the 61.48, traded as high as 61.70, I think it was. Just bear with me a second here. 61.71. So we traded as high as 61.71. We've had a brief pullback down towards this 61.45. Do appear to be holding the 400 period moving average at present, as well as 61.48. If we continue to hold, we're looking for a move to the upside. Moves beyond which we are looking for prices to head towards the 62.54, the very next major level marked out here in red. Previously acted as support, would possibly expect to act as resistance. Could see sell side momentum take us all the way back down towards that 61.48. If we do have a particular volatile day, again, we could potentially head down towards that 60.25 and again to the upside. I wouldn't anticipate prices moving much beyond 62.54, but the very next major level is all the way up at 63.05. While being aware of the 200 period moving average sitting in around the 62.20s or so, we do have the 200 period moving average, which may act as a dynamic level of resistance, from which we might see a pullback down towards that 61.48. And yeah, that pretty much covers all levels that we are looking at on the hourly charts. Again, we do have a bit of a double bottom here, which is bullish in terms of price action. The fact that we are also holding the 400 period average, which would again supports the notion that we will likely see further upside continuation on the US oil. Now, let's just have a look at the higher time frames. So we'll start with the monthly. And we get scaling correct. Remove drawings. So what we can see here on this monthly chart is we had what was an inverted head and shoulders, which is a bullish price chart pattern. What was good about this chart pattern was we had a shoulder forming around the 400 period moving average, showing that level of support. Seeing a strong bullish buy side momentum all the way up into this 200 period moving average here on the monthly chart. So the 200 period moving average here on the monthly chart acted as support after this very strong sell-off from $140 a barrel for a move back upwards towards that slightly below 120, just above the 110 region. And again, we've had sell side momentum take us through the 200 period average, tested it here on this monthly chart, saw further sell side momentum, and again on this occasion we've tested it, and we've had the bearishness last month, the month of February, and so we might see further retracement before seeing further upside continuation on the US oil. Now let's just have a look at the weekly chart. So over to the weekly chart we go, and as you can see here, we've had a strong move to the upside. We've got this very bearish candle just there. We're still operating in shadow of it, but we've had a move upwards, and we do see further sell side momentum come back into this market. We do appear to be holding the 20 period moving average at present, but again, if we do see that further upside continuation in light of the most recent trend, we wouldn't be too surprised. We wouldn't be too surprised if we were to see upside continuation, but we have to be aware of the dynamic levels that are acting as resistance on the monthly chart. Now, let's just have a look at the daily chart before wrapping up here. So we head over to the daily chart, and what can we see here? So we've had this move upwards, brief pullbacks, a very strong trend to the upside, had a sharp retracement. We covered quite a bit of distance over a very short period of time. We've had a recovery, and we continue to have some sell side momentum here on the US oil. So we've got our highs there, potentially lower highs. We've got our lows, potentially lower lows. So we could potentially see shouldn't say potentially so much, but we've got a high, lower high, so a move possibly to test the 58. But if we do see the buy side momentum come back into the market, we are. Bear with me a second here. Just bear with me a second here. Sorry. I am just. Going to have a look at the daily chart again. And here on this daily chart, we do appear to have held 60.25, so a move upwards before seeing further sell side momentum. So move up towards our 62.54 for seeing further sell side momentum on the US oil. And with that said, that pretty much wraps up the US oil analysis. Thanks for watching.